Antelopes are a diverse group of herbivorous mammals found primarily in Africa, with some species also native to Asia. They belong to the Bovidae family, which includes cattle, goats, and sheep. One of their defining features is their slender bodies and long legs, which are adapted for running at high speeds. This agility is essential for evading predators in the open savannas and grasslands where many antelope species live. Antelopes vary greatly in size, from the tiny royal antelope, which stands only about 10 inches at the shoulder, to the large eland, which can reach up to 6 feet tall. Their coats are typically tan or brown, helping them blend into their surroundings, though some species have striking markings, such as the white stripes of the kudu or the black and white face patterns of the gemsbok. Horns are another characteristic feature of antelopes, present in both males and females in most species. These horns can be straight, spiral, or curved, and they are often used in fights for dominance during the mating season. Unlike deer, antelope horns are not shed annually, but are permanent. Antelopes are ruminants, meaning they have a specialized stomach with multiple chambers that allows them to efficiently digest tough plant material. Their diet consists primarily of grasses, leaves, and shoots. They have adapted to survive in environments where water is scarce by getting most of their moisture from the food they eat. Social behavior among antelopes varies widely. Some species, like the wildebeest, live in large herds that migrate seasonally in search of fresh grazing grounds, while others, such as the duiker, are more solitary. Communication within herds is often done through vocalizations, body language, and scent marking. Reproduction among antelopes is typically seasonal, with births timed to coincide with periods of abundant food. After a gestation period that can range from 5 to 9 months, depending on the species, a single calf is usually born. These calves are often precocial, meaning they can stand and run shortly after birth, an essential survival trait in predator-rich environments. Predation is a constant threat for antelopes. Their primary predators include large carnivores such as lions, cheetahs, and leopards. Their keen senses of sight, hearing, and smell, combined with their speed and agility, are crucial for detecting and escaping from danger. Antelopes also play a significant role in their ecosystems, serving as prey for predators and helping to maintain the balance of vegetation through their grazing habits. They are an integral part of the food chain, and their presence affects the populations of both their predators and the plant species they feed on. Despite their adaptability, many antelope species face threats from habitat loss, poaching, and competition with livestock. Conservation efforts are in place for several endangered species, focusing on habitat preservation and anti-poaching measures to ensure these animals continue to thrive in the wild. Antelopes exhibit a wide range of adaptations that enable them to thrive in various habitats, from dense forests to arid deserts. Some species, like the sable antelope, have adapted to life in woodlands, while others, such as the springbok, are well suited to the harsh, dry conditions of deserts. The diversity in their habitat preferences reflects their ability to occupy different ecological niches, minimizing competition among species. The coloration of antelopes can also be highly specialized for their environment. For example, the Gerenuk, known for its elongated neck, has a light coat that helps reflect the intense heat of the sun in its arid habitat. Additionally, the contrasting colors found in some species serve as a form of communication. For instance, the white rump patch of the Thompson's gazelle becomes more visible when the animal is alarmed, signaling others in the herd of potential danger. Antelopes also exhibit a variety of locomotion styles depending on their habitat and the threats they face. While some species, like the impala, are known for their incredible leaping ability, capable of jumping distances of up to 33 feet, others, like the addax, have a more energy-conserving, steady gait suited for traversing desert sands over long distances without exhausting themselves. In terms of social structure, some antelope species have developed complex hierarchies within their groups. For example, in the case of the topi, males establish and defend territories that females move through during the breeding season. This territorial behavior is maintained through displays of strength, sometimes through physical confrontation, though it is usually resolved without serious injury due to the ritualistic nature of these displays. Antelopes are also known for their acute sense of smell, which plays a crucial role in their survival. The ability to detect predators at a distance through scent is vital, especially for species living in open habitats where visual cover is limited. Moreover, scent marking is a common practice among many antelopes, used to define territories or communicate reproductive status within the species. Their reproductive strategies are diverse as well. Some species, like the hartebeest, synchronize their births so that many calves are born within a short time frame, overwhelming predators and increasing the chances of survival for individual calves. Others, like the oribi, tend to hide their young in dense vegetation for the first few weeks of life, minimizing the risk of predation. Antelopes also exhibit significant physiological adaptations. For instance, some desert-dwelling species, such as the Arabian oryx, have the remarkable ability to raise their body temperature to avoid sweating, thereby conserving water. Additionally, certain antelopes, like the saiga, have large, flexible nasal passages that help filter out dust and cool the air before it reaches their lungs, an adaptation crucial for survival in their dusty, hot environments. Migration is another fascinating aspect of antelope behavior, particularly in species like the blue wildebeest. These migrations are often driven by the seasonal availability of water and grazing land, and are among the most spectacular wildlife phenomena, with thousands of individuals moving in unison across vast distances. Antelopes are also important culturally and economically to many indigenous communities. They have been depicted in rock art and mythology, symbolizing qualities such as grace, speed, and endurance. In some regions, antelopes are also hunted sustainably for their meat, hides, and horns, which are used in traditional practices and crafts. Antelopes are remarkable for their evolutionary adaptations, which have allowed them to survive and thrive over millions of years. Their evolutionary lineage can be traced back to the Miocene epoch, around 20 million years ago, when the ancestors of modern antelopes first appeared. This long evolutionary history has given rise to over 90 species of antelope, each uniquely adapted to its environment. One fascinating aspect of antelope biology is their varied dental adaptations. Their teeth are specialized for different types of diets. For example, species that primarily graze on grass, such as the blue duiker, have high-crowned molars that can grind tough, fibrous plant material efficiently. On the other hand, antelopes that browse on leaves, like the gerenuk, possess sharper, more pointed teeth for cutting through leaves and twigs. Antelopes also exhibit a range of defensive behaviors. In addition to their speed and agility, many species have developed specific strategies to deter predators. For instance, the reedbuck will often emit a loud whistle when startled, which can confuse or alert other antelopes to the presence of a predator. The dik-dik, a small antelope, often relies on its small size and ability to hide in dense vegetation to avoid detection. Communication within antelope species is not limited to vocalizations. They also use visual signals and body language. Tail flicking, for instance, can be a sign of irritation or a warning to others. Some antelopes, like the Grant's gazelle, engage in a behavior known as stotting or pronking, where they jump high into the air with stiff legs, signaling to predators that they are healthy and not worth pursuing. Another interesting aspect of antelope life is their role in mutualistic relationships with other species. For example, oxpeckers, birds that feed on ticks and other parasites, often ride on antelopes, helping to keep them free from pests. This relationship benefits both the antelope by reducing parasite loads and the oxpecker by providing a steady food source. Antelopes are also integral to the spread of plant species in their habitats. As they graze and move through their environments, they help disperse seeds, promoting plant diversity and growth. Their grazing patterns can also influence the structure of vegetation, maintaining the balance between grasses and shrubs in ecosystems like savannas. In addition to their ecological roles, antelopes have developed unique physiological traits to cope with extreme environmental conditions. For example, the scimitar oryx can survive in temperatures that would be lethal to many other mammals by tolerating a rise in body temperature and minimizing water loss through sweating. Their ability to drink only once every few days allows them to survive in some of the most arid regions on Earth. Antelope horns are not just tools for combat or defense. They also serve as a means of thermoregulation. Spiral or ridged shapes of some species' horns increase the surface area, allowing heat to dissipate more effectively. This is particularly important for species living in hot climates, where managing body temperature is critical for survival. Antelope herds also exhibit fascinating patterns of social organization. Some species, like the saiga, form large migratory herds that can number in the tens of thousands, while others, such as the bongo, live in small family-based groups. The dynamics within these groups can include complex social behaviors, such as grooming and cooperative defense against predators. Lastly, antelopes have adapted their reproductive strategies to ensure the survival of their species. In some species, delayed implantation occurs, where the fertilized egg does not immediately implant in the uterus. This allows the female to time the birth of her offspring with favorable environmental conditions, increasing the chances of the calf's survival. The diversity in antelope species, behaviors, and adaptations is a testament to their successful evolution in a variety of environments, making them one of the most intriguing groups of animals in the world.